Good morning. Thank you for joining us, YNE TV Network. This is the tip. We got the Massanutten Military Academy versus Lee Academy. Massanutten is in purple and Lee Academy is in white. As number 5, Chance Rucker buries that 3 right off the jump.
Yeah, we watched Rucker last night play. He played real well in the first half, and then they actually played Washington. He actually got a little bit tougher defense in the second half and was kind of shut out. Hopefully he can put together a full game today.
Great steal by number 3, Hines Banks. Little trap in the corner by Lee. Number 23, Abel, looks over to number 10, Betchel. Betchel's going to lose it out of bounds. They say it was tipped.
Yeah, he's a shooter. Betchel's a shooter that's definitely can put it up. He's a left-handed guy. What I want to see is yesterday we watched Lee Academy play, they didn't get the ball inside with the height advantage because of Drummond not playing. So hopefully this game they can get the ball inside to their bigs and get a nice lead in the opening part of the game.
As Vilde puts in a nice little teardropper jump shot. That was a beautiful look inside.
And
he was fouled by Keith Coleman.
He's one of my favorite players in the tournament right now. He's a big kid. He can shoot the ball outside, and he's got a great touch around the basket, nice footwork.
Absolutely.
He's definitely one of the better players in the tournament.
He's got a great touch. He's muscular. He can body people around. And, actually, I like number 34 for Lee Academy, too, Keith Coleman. He's solid. He doesn't try to do too much. He looks for his other teammates, and he really looks to get people involved.
They really didn't get him involved much in the first half of the first game. I hope they can get him more involved because once they got him involved, he couldn't be stopped. So hopefully they can get their bigs involved in the game early.
Vilde misses that little bunny inside. It's pretty good defense from Abel. Number 5, Chance Rucker finds himself open, no good for 3. Rebound's cleared away by Lee. Rucker all the way in. Henson. And a nice move there by Allen. He's going to get himself a trip to the line. Luis. And he converts that and one. Very nicely done. So here in the early going, we have a score of 5-3 in favor of Lee Academy as that 17-foot jump shot comes off for Rucker.
Rucker really needs to get something going to the basket. He's been taking a lot of jump shots. Seeing how the last half he played, put up a lot of jump shots. He needs to get something going to the basket.
David Henson can't find that range for 3 for Lee. And a nice 17-foot jump shot for Abel. Very nice flow to this game. It's up and down a little bit, but nice flow to it. Vilde buries the 3. Can't leave him open. You got to get a hand up.
I mean, he can just do that. He just fills it up. He's a European player. He can absolutely fill it up from outside.
He's very exciting. Definitely one of my favorite players to watch as well. 17-foot jump shot comes off for Hines Banks. That rebound's cleared away. And Lee Academy on the attack. Nice up and under scoop. Number 5, David Henson.
Yeah, and that was a great pass by Allen. Went with the bounce pass instead of a chest pass. We got it there quick to him.
And we're going to get a 30-second timeout.
If you are in grades 3 through 8 and looking for a great summer, say yes. Join the Yes Basketball League and learn new skills, meet new friends from over 100 towns, and watch your team play on our Game of the Week broadcast on TV and the Yes website. To enroll, go to the Yes website at www.yes2youth.org and download the application, or call 207-772-6644. For a great summer, say yes.
What is a hero? Are heroes born, or are they made? In after-school programs, your kids will uncover hidden strengths, discover they have the power to change their future, and find the hero inside themselves. Let us know you on after-school programs in your area. Call 1-800-USA-LEARN. After-school programs, helping kids find the hero within.
By Massanutten Military Academy.
Yeah, it just seems like they're settling for a lot of jump shots at the early stage. It's just kind of like indicative of the game they played last night. They don't want to get the ball inside, and they're not pushing their tempo on somebody else. You know, they're not dictating tempo.
And this Lee Academy team is just very explosive.
Yeah, and they're bigger. That's Macedonia's problem, is that they're smaller than everybody, and they're letting the other teams dictate the tempo on them, and they're shooting jump shots on top of that. That's not a good recipe. You have to dictate tempo. They have to get their own style of play going, or Lee Academy's just going to run them out of the gym because of their size.
That aggressiveness on the boards, the ability to clear that defensive rebound, and you can see they can put up points in a hurry. It was just 5-5 in a matter of a minute. They double them up. It's 10-5, Lee Academy. Oh, nice steal there by Coleman. Harrison ran the point, got it off to his buddy, Turner. Turner's going to take a 16-footer, no good. Rebound cleared away.
That's a good rebound by Banks. Banks is a tough player, man. He's the point guard you want on your team. A tough kid. You know, he's not going to get rattled easily. He just wants to win the game. And he gets everybody else involved. So, very good, solid point guard.
Rucker to the basket. Passes is out. Abel can't hit that 15-footer. The rebound's cleared away by Lee. Harrison on the attack. Nice stop and pop. No good for number 20, Terrence Cullen. Inside to Coleman. Coleman's going to take a baby hook.
See, but that's his move. He likes that move coming off that left shoulder with that right hook. I think in the last game he might have hit 3 or 4 in a row, just going on that spin move, that curl right off that left shoulder, right into that right hook. So that's his bread and butter right there.
Yeah, personally, if I was coaching Coleman, I'd have no problem with him taking that. He was nice and controlled. He set his feet, and he's in close. That's a good shot. Mass Minutemen look to extend their lead. Cullen finds himself open. He can't hit it. I don't think that contacted the rim. Jones, 14-footer,
Great move.
Soft touch.
And that's the first thing they've got actually in the paint in a while. You know, they got to start at least trying to take the ball inside because they're not going to win this game shooting jump shots. They're
Absolutely
not a great jump shooting team, so they're not going to win a game shooting jump shots.
McPhee turns it over. Dean looks ahead. McPhee back to Dean. 3! That makes the score 10-10. What a comeback.
Yeah, and he's going to shoot that shot with the left hand. I mean, he's a shooter. That's his game. He's the one you want shooting those jump shots.
We got an offensive foul on number 22, Malcolm Turner. 6'2", shooting forward, small forward out of New York. Now, this is going to be interesting. We could see if the military academy can take this lead here. Betchel has it taken away.
Good steal.
McPhee. Turner got caught traveling.
Yeah, he didn't get a good clean catch on the ball.
Perhaps an opportunity spoiler for Lee Academy. Brown's going to take it to his left. Goes inside. Rucker has it tipped away.
He just must be getting frustrated at this point. He just can't get his offense going. He's not taking good shots.
Rucker inbounds.
He's
That's
definitely
taken
the guy
away.
they need to get started, to get going, to win these games.
Not a very good turnover there. As Massanutten Military Academy will retain possession. 10-10, 14-17 here in this first half. We got a good one here. Michael Brown gets a nice screen from Jones. Jones is looking for it. Brown looks inside to Jones. Jones has a smaller defender. Nicely off the glass for 2.
There you go. When you got the mismatch inside, you go with the mismatch. It's a good finish by Jones.
Absolutely. Now Lee Academy looks to work. Vilde sets a nice screen. A nice dish underneath to Cullen. And Cullen's going to earn himself a trip to the line. I like Cullen's game as well, too. He can bang a little bit inside. If you leave him open 15, 17, he's going to knock it down. I'm pretty sure he has a little bit of a range from outside, but would prefer to keep it in. But a very solid player. That foul is going to be on the floor. Over to Cullen. Cullen and Harrison makes a nice save.
That's a good play, heads up play. They missed Valverde on the other side to post it up. Got to get him the ball on the block. They seem to always go away from him. I don't understand why they go away from their big. There it is. Oh, tough pass.
Just out of the reach of Vilde as he turns it over. Rucker's going to take it all the way in for 2.
And he needs more shots like that. That's going to get him going.
Timeout, Lee Academy, as Massanutten Military Academy takes a 4-point lead, 14-10.
Yeah, it seems like Massanutten's military, their point guard play. Even when Banks comes out, they bring in Brown. Brown's the same type of player, very tough, skilled point guard. So they really don't lose much when Banks comes out of the game.
That's true. Not too sure what's going on with Lee Academy. I know they have a superstar in Maxi Isho. Not sure if he couldn't make it today. He usually starts for them. Very, very talented player. He's going to be attending UMass. That really, Lee Academy is a star-studded group here. All of these players can play, and Massanutten Military Academy is not backing down today, and I like that. Harrison's going to set it up. Into Vilde, but he shuffled his feet first.
Oh.
Vilde had the happy feet under there. Nevertheless, they were looking for him. That's a good thing.
Yeah, they were at least going to him.
Now we have Malays Jr.
That's a good step out.
Very
he
good
stepped
step
out
out.
to get away in that passing lane. That's what made him travel.
One of those situations is a tough call because if you turn that ball over there, you never know what that's going to lead to. Harrison looks to set the offense for Lee. And Wadado looks inside for Velde. It's tipped away.
They're just
Harrison
not getting any
recovers.
good angles on those passes to him.
Nice pass inside. And he's traveled again. Velde. 2 travels pretty recently. I think it was this possession and 2 possessions ago. So
I don't know. I don't know if that second one was travel. I didn't get a good angle on it, but he's got to keep his feet playing on the ground and finish that. That's got to be a made basket. It's got to be. It's got to be a make.
from 2 feet away, absolutely. Lee Academy putting a little trap on. They come up with the turnover. Harrison brings it over. And wow, a lot of contact as Vaughn Allen was hammered, but Harrison was able to put it back in.
Yeah, Banks wasn't about to let him get an easy one.
Nice little shot from Rucker. 18 feet goes.
And he got started with that layup. That's what got him going. Hopefully he can keep it. He's got to keep the pace up for himself.
When you're in a shooting slump, layups, free throws, any easy baskets as Harrison goes by everyone and counts it.
That's a great take.
He used his body nice, he absorbed the contact, and he finished with his left.
That's a great take. You got to love that out of your point guard. And it all started because of the way they came out on the ran that play where they had their smaller guys set a cross screen. It had the big people looking, had their heads turned. He ended up taking a quick break to the basket, which is a great play for if you got a point guard like Harris.
Michael Brown for the Military Academy. Rucker, cross-court pass, and he's going to throw it away.
Yeah, and that's the second time somebody's got into the passing lane. It seems to me like they've done their homework with knowing where their plays are coming from. And that's the second time somebody's anticipated that a pass was coming and actually got a turnover out of it. So that's very good. They're playing very good defense, being a little bit aggressive in the passing lanes.
Nice look over from Harrison.
Oh, good pass. He's got to catch that.
Vilde couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, and his problem is that he's a big guy, and it's kind of tough for those big guys to get those passes down underneath. Us point guards, we never understand why, but they always have a problem with catching that low pass.
Maybe because we have to reach so far down.
Right.
Oh, good
Too much
defense.
dribble.
Good defense by number 5, Henson.
It seems like it's a problem with a lot of kids is that they always over dribble. You know, you don't have to over dribble to get the ball over and set it up in your offense. You don't have to dribble that much. You don't have to make that many moves. That's a great take.
Nice take as Henson makes it look easy. Henson now looking to pick up full court. As Banks gets into a little bit of trouble. Finds Abel. Abel, nowhere to go with it. Abel looking for Rucker. Rucker inside. Falls to the ground. It's going to be a jump ball.
I don't understand.
Possession will be.
No call on nothing. There's no call on anything. It's got to be something. Either if it's not going to be a foul call, that's a travel.
I think the only reason they didn't call a travel is because it was tipped. So I'm not sure he had control of it, but more times than not, that's a travel. It's got to be a call.
If it's not a foul, it's got to be a travel.
Harrison, as Coleman checks back into the game. Nice wide open look. No good. Rebound, Vilde. Vilde cleaned up Henson's miss very nicely there.
Yeah, he's going to do that. He's going to go to the basket. He's going to rebound for you, and he's going to finish around the basket.
I'd say 5 out of 6 times that's a dunk for Vilde too. Nice little pull up from Rucker.
Great pull up. his game is smooth. He's got a very, very nice game. His jump shot, he's got a nice jump shot, nice mid-range game, and he's tall enough to get the ball into the paint.
Nice take. Harrison off the glass, ends up on his back.
And he seems to be being a little bit more aggressive in today's game than he was last night.
Harrison's going to steal this one. It's going to be taken right back away by Abel. Abel's going to look ahead. Nice little dump into back out. Rutgers wide open for three. Good.
Yeah,
Three-pointer.
He
Rutgers.
got going. He got something to the basket, hit 2 jump shots, and he hits 3. They got to keep him involved. They got to keep him involved.
9.5 minutes left to go in this one. In the first half, 21 up. Nice jump hook inside. Coleman turned to his right shoulder. Couldn't hit that lefty baby hook.
See, I like that because yesterday he didn't want to go to that shoulder. Yesterday he tried to finish with his right hand going off that opposite shoulder. I like the fact that he's at least attempting to go with his left hand. He's going to get that right. And once he gets that touch, the same touch he has on his right hand, he's going to be a very dangerous player. Good pass inside.
Nice teamwork by Lee Academy as number 23, Vaughn Allen, gets that and one.
That's just the I'm tough play right there. Caught it amongst the big bodies and finished the shot.
I do like that teamwork inside as Coleman looked for Allen underneath. Makes it a lot easier. Completes the and one, does Allen. Michael Brown from Massanutten Military Academy.
Yeah, and they're going back to the 2-3 zone right now. I love the way they have different sets on different possessions. They switch their defense, and they're very good in every defense they really do.
Brown's making his move. Back out to Betchel. Betchel thought about it. Back out to Brown. Shot clock winding down, and Brown put it on the end line. It's going to be Lee Academy ball.
Yeah, Betchel, he's got to get that shot up. It's got to be quicker. It's got to be a quicker shot than that because he's not going to have that much space. Now with the athletes that are on the floor, he's not going to have that much space to get that shot up. He's got to be ready to shoot that shot.
Nice little pass inside. Coleman finishes, exclamation. Allen finds Coleman underneath for a nice jam.
That was a very unselfish play and a very good play. You know, very unselfish. Got the big man for the finish.
3-pointers no good for Abel. Allen has the ball for Lee Academy. Finds a wide open shooter. Henson buries the 3.
Yep. Good timeout. Good timeout.
Just 7:48 left to go in this first half. 29-23 Lee Academy.
If you are in grades 3 through 8 and looking for a great summer, say yes. Join the Yes Basketball League and learn new skills, meet new friends from over 100 towns, and watch your team play on our Game of the Week broadcast on TV and the Yes website. To enroll, go to the Yes website at www.yes2youth.org and download the application, or call 207-772-6644. For a great summer, say yes.
What is a hero? Are heroes born, or are they made? In after-school programs, your kids will uncover hidden strengths, discover they have the power to change their future, and find the hero inside themselves. Let us know you on after-school programs in your area. Call 1-800-USA-LEARN. After-school programs, helping kids find the hero within.
Both of these teams definitely put together a few runs, and it's going to stay close. It's going to come down to the execution, really.
Yeah, well, they're going on a little run. It was good. It was good timeout by the coach over there at the military academy. It started with the dunk, and then they got the 3 ball right after that. So it's a good timeout. You know, settle his troops down. You want to come down, have a good possession, at least get if you can't get a bucket, at least get a good shot. You definitely don't want to let Lee Academy start running, because once they start running, they're not going to stop, and you're going to be down by 15 in a hurry.
Absolutely.
So about 7-8 minutes left to go in this first half. You want to keep it, relatively close. You want to continue to run your offense. You're getting good looks. Lee Academy keeps switching up their defense, so just make sure you're reading what they're doing on defense and execute. As long as you execute, you'll be in the game. You'll have a shot.
Banks and Rucker for Massanutten Military Academy can really get it going in a hurry.
Well,
I'm sure they'll look to get them involved.
Rucker got it going. He got it going with a layup. He's had a tough couple of couple of halves, and then he got the layup. And once he got the layup, he got back into the zone. So they got to keep him going. He's got to continue to go.
Rucker's going to take a quick breather for this one. Betchel picked up his dribble. Now Furr has it. That's going to be taken away. Henson, nice pass inside. And Allen is fouled on his way to the basket. He's going to get 2 shots.
See, I actually think that was a bad play by the point guard. He should have dropped it off instead of passing it across, because that's how they got the foul on him. Because he had the big man Coleman trailing. If he had got Coleman the ball, Coleman would have finished with the dunk.
I want to make a correction. That's 22, Malcolm Turner, who's shooting. That was a great catch by Turner, because most of the time they are expecting to hit the trailer on that. Makes them both.
Looks like they're going to stay in that 2-3 zone.
Oh, nice steal. And almost an and one for Malik Dean.
That's got to be a finish. That's got to be a finish. He didn't. It's just got to be a make. He's got to finish that shot.
Seemed like he double clutched a little bit instead of just trying to get that off the glass.
Right.
Vilde is going to check back into the game for Lee Academy as Coleman will sit. Michael Brown will sit for Massanutten. And Hines Banks has entered. Very heady play. And that's going to be a turnover.
Tough pass.
Malik Dean needs to pull that out and set the offense back up.
Yep.
You could get Vilde a look inside, just move the ball and get that angle. I'd like to see them come down about in between that wing and get him the ball there. It seems like they're trying to make the pass from up top. They're giving him not very good opportunities to catch the ball and score.
Right, the angles. They're not getting good angles on their passes. And being able to give them the ball where they're effective.
Exactly. So much of basketball is knowing the situation. And who's going to make the heady play? Lee Academy is swarming. Their guards are great on defense. They really have a knack for poking that away.
See, in a zone, you got to be ready to shoot the ball. They're not ready to shoot the ball, and Lee Academy, to their credit, is playing hard. They're playing hard, but also they're not ready to shoot the ball. You have to, in a zone, you got to be ready when that ball swung to be in position. To all you do is catch and shoot. If you're not ready to catch and shoot, they're going to get their length out there and they're going to block shots. They're going to change shots. So you have to be ready to shoot the ball.
We have an error made by the scorers table. It does appear. I believe the shot clock should have been reset. Let's see how much time they're going to put back on them. I believe it's going to be 12 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. I think something happened with the shot clock.
I think it never got reset. And I don't think they took a shot. And now we've added roughly 17 minutes to the game clock. Oh, there we go. 6:41 left in this first half. Lee Academy holds a slight 8-point lead, 31-23. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound. Banks. Betchel. Oh, Betchel. He's got the trap. Nice look inside.
Good block.
Could not finish inside for Rucker. And once again, they're making the errant passes.
At least they're trying to get him the ball. They're trying to get him the ball, which is good, but they're not getting the ball where he can be effective. You know, they got to get it. It's something about passing. Passing is great, and good passers know not only how to make a spectacular pass, they know how to make the right pass to the right player at the right time.
Couldn't agree with you more. As that 15-footer is no good for Abel. Lee Academy looks to set. Malik Dean. And a nice contest there. Doesn't matter. Henson says, oh well. Drops it in nicely.
And that's exactly what he does. He's a shooter. And that's a great shot. He was patient. He got the shot he wanted. And it was a good shot. But that's what he's going to do. He's a shooter. You have to make him put the ball on the ground, on the deck.
Banks throws up an air ball.
That's not his game. That's not his game at all.
Henson says, yeah. But that's one's going to come up short. He looked a little bothered that that one didn't drop for him. No one has a hand in his face, though. He's a shooter. And if you're a talented shooter as he is, and no one puts a hand in your face, you need to take that shot every time. Here's a nice and easy look from 17. Jones misses.
This 2-3 zone that Lee Academy's playing is really, really bothering Massanutten Military Academy. Really bothering them.
That's a great dime from Malik Jones to Turner as he knocks down the 12-footer. Rucker. And Jones takes care of the work for him.
That's probably the first good possession and good shot they've gotten in that 2-3 zone since they went to it.
Great take inside for Malik Dean, doesn't finish. And Vilde gets hammered, no call. Looks like maybe he just got bodied. Nothing on the hand.
We lost the ball on the way up.
Malik Dean, a lot of contact, no call. As Banks pushes for Massanutten. Now Betchel, wide open corner look, no good for Jones. Henson, the no-look pass, 17-footer good. Malcolm Turner.
And they're starting to stretch it out. I'm telling you, the 2-3 zone is really, really bothering this military school.
Oh, and Dean almost has a takeaway. Betchel's open for three. Good.
That's a big three right there. They needed something like that right there to calm this down. Bring it back within 10.
Now Dean controls. They need to get Velde a possession. Henson's going to take a three instead. In and out. Cleared away by Massanutten. Jones looks to Banks. Jones going to take it himself. No good. Rebound Vilde. A nice pass ahead. And a traveling violation. I'm not so sure I agree with that.
I don't agree with it at all, but I mean, it might have been, it's possible, but I thought it was a good move. But Turner's a very smart player. You know, he knew he had the shot blocker, so he gave him the up fake, so it was a good move. But, you know, sometimes it's travel.
Absolutely.
Got to keep your feet set.
Just over 3 minutes left to go. 10-point game. 37-27. Lee Academy. Massanutten looking to make a run. Beautiful take inside.
See, that's more of his game, not the three-point jump shot. That's his game, driving the ball to the basket. Nice pass.
Cullen can't hit it. Rebound inside. And one. Vaughn Allen. Nice little battle as he pads his stats with a couple offensive rebounds and gets that last one to go.
And he's tough in there. That's his second tough basket that he's got in there. And he's been able to finish while getting the contact.
Allen gets a soft touch to make that a three-point play. Alan Jones re-enters the game, replacing Abel. Nearly a turnover. There's that trap again. A nice skip over to Rucker. Three. Big time hit there. They needed that.
Yep.
It was a 13-point game there. They just cut it back down to 10 after that three-point play at the other end.
Yeah, it was a good play. It was a good play by Banks. They got to keep him in that trap. If you're going to trap, you can't let him out of the trap. Can't let him split the trap.
Cullen inside. And the two-pointer is cleaned up and put in by Luis Medina. Nice look inside. Betchel's going to take a three. No good. Harrison looks out. That three-point attempt's no good for Wadado. Wadado comes back out. And Luis Medina settles for Lee. Harrison, nice speed.
Great take by Harrison. And he's being a lot more aggressive in this game right now, getting the ball to the basket and then finishing. He's a much better player going to the basket and creating off that.
Banks inside. Betchel. 3.
They finally got somebody in the high post to get that pass out. It was a good pass, but they got to get people in the high post against that 2-3 zone.
Despite their hot streak at this point, Massanutten is just trading baskets as Wadado shot fakes. Nearly turns it over. Harrison finds Medina wide open in the corner. Leaves it short as Cullinan battles for the rebound. Banks clears for Massanutten. Rucker for 3. Good.
Think he's on right now.
44-36. Under 30 seconds left to go in this one. Shot clock is off. Lee Academy should look to get 1.
Yeah, you want to close this half out with at least a 10-point lead.
Nice look
pass.
inside. Cullinan can't finish. He's going to go up again. Rejected again. Allen Jones. Strong defense inside. Allen Jones, a 6'4", 205-pound forward out of Clemens, North Carolina. Brought his A game inside.
That was a great block. 2 great blocks.
And that's a huge play because they can get another shot here. They retain possession. Let's see if they can cut it. 5 seconds left to go. Betzel's going to look to launch. He's got nobody. Luis Medina.
No, he didn't get it off.
Yeah, I don't even think he got that shot off in time.
No, he didn't get it off.
Strong first half. Massanutten could definitely look to come back, but they keep trading baskets inside. I really like the defense there at the end by Jones. They just got to step it up and start making stops on the defensive end.
Right, it's the 2-3 zone really worked for them in the first half. Let's see if they stick with that with Lee Academy. It really seemed to disrupt what Massanutten wanted to do on offense. So hopefully they can stay with that, and we'll see what happens in the second half.
Absolutely. YNE TV Network. We'll be right back.
If you are in grades 3 through 8 and looking for a great summer, say yes. Join the Yes Basketball League and learn new skills, meet new friends from over 100 towns, and watch your team play on our Game of the Week broadcast on TV and the Yes website. To enroll, go to the Yes website at www.yes2youth.org and download the application, or call 207-772-6644. For a great summer, say yes.
What is a hero? Are heroes born, or are they made? In after-school programs, your kids will uncover hidden strengths, discover they have the power to change their future, and find the hero inside themselves. Let us know you on after-school programs in your area. Call 1-800-USA-LEARN. After-school programs, helping kids find the hero within.
34-36 in favor of Lee Academy. Massanutten Military Academy will start with the ball here. As Rucker makes a nice pass inside. Nothing doing for number 33, Alan Jones. It's going to stay right here. So big-time players stepped up in the first half, particularly Chance Rucker, who leads all scorers in this game with 16.
Yeah, he got started with a layup in the first half, and then started hitting a couple jump shots. He's got a couple three-pointers. They got, like I said, they got to keep him involved in the offense. He's the one. He's their scorer. He's their go-to guy. If they can get him going where he has another half like that, they definitely got a good chance of winning this ball game.
Banks inside.
Oh, that's
Jones.
a great move. Oh, great block.
Coleman says, He timed that perfectly. A nice,
great pass.
Nice pass inside. Coleman leaves it too strong.
He didn't get a clean catch on that. That was a good pass, though.
It was
I don't
a
think
very
he
good
even
pass.
was ready for it.
Nice one more there by Burchell. Swings it out to Banks. Banks is going to take an 18-footer air ball. Harrison controls for Lee. Nice run by Coleman. Beautiful run by Coleman there.
Good
Henson,
kick out.
wide open three. Good.
Good kick out. Good kick out. It's the right play to make.
Absolutely, it was the right play to make. And you could say what you want, but the reason that three was possible is because Coleman ran the floor, allowing the defense to have to worry about him rather than the guy out on the perimeter. Basketball is a game of interconnected outcomes. Here's Rucker, who dominated the first half. Vilde can't control. It's going to stay right here.
I really hope he can get started, man, because we watched him yesterday, and I think he's one of definitely the top swingmen in the tournament. But he just got locked down in the second half. Wingington really tried to take him away, and that was really their goal in the second half.
Jones, nice baby hook.
They did that very well.
Nice skip back to Hansen. Hansen thought about it. Hansen had himself a solid shooting performance. He went 1 for 5 for 3, but he went 4 for 8 from the regular field. He's continuing to look to shoot that up. Nice rebound inside. Scooped up nicely by Abel. Coleman, nice little turnaround in the lane. Air ball. Henson's there to clean it up.
And they got that off Allen's rebound. And Allen played very well in the first half. A lot of tough baskets, finishing around the basket.
Absolutely.
So hopefully he can keep that going. Looks like Harris might have turned his ankle.
You hate to see something like that. He's got great ball handle. I really like his game. The combination of him and Henson. Henson's more of a shooter scorer.
Yeah.
And
No, I mean, Harrison has really impressed me. Yesterday he wasn't really looking for his offense much, but today he's been more aggressive and he's looked a lot better, going to the basket and creating off the dribble. So it'd be tough if they great move.
Rucker to the basket. Beautiful move.
It was a great move right there.
Rucker's looking to get 20 plus in this game. Lee Academy is going to take a timeout. 49-40, 17-42 left in this second half. Lots of action left.
Yeah, maybe that layup is what gets him going. Maybe he has to have that layup before he can get going. But that's a great move on a very good defender.
If Rucker says that he's not committed to anywhere, according to our records, but he's definitely making a name for himself in this game.
Yeah,
Lee Academy is no slouch.
He's about a 6'3" combo guard. You could definitely. I don't know about him playing a point guard right now. I think he would need a little bit more work at that. But he's definitely a good shooter, good scorer. He's going to fill it up for you. If anything, he's going to fill it up. So, definitely, if you need a combo guard, then he would definitely be one of the people I'd be looking at.
Do you think at a major or even a mid-major university, you think they could develop him into a point guard?
I don't know if they could. He's definitely a player that could play at that level. But I think his true game is being a scorer. He's just a flat-out scorer. He doesn't seem to be. Passing is something that you're born with. Passing and getting people involved is something you're born with. You're born with one or the other, and sometimes like LeBron James, you're born with both of them. But there's not too many of those. So
exactly,
it's something that takes a lot of time, and it's a skill. To be a good passer and to be somebody that can get everybody involved, it takes time. And
What
the
a
way he
great-
scores, it's just it would take away too much of his game because his game is that he's gonna score for you. And you don't want to mess that up.
Malik Dean just played excellent defense, and I think that's the first 5 seconds of this game. But anytime you get a 5 seconds, that coach just has to be ecstatic with that effort.
You got to be working to get a 5-second.
Oh yeah, there's no question about that. As Jones looks to make a nice little spin move, 14-footer's good.
That's a great pull up that's a nice shot for him right there. He got to the bat, he got around where his scoring area is, and it was a nice pull up jump shot. So that's a good move for him.
Jones got a nice basketball body at 6'4", 205 pounds.
Wow.
As the floater goes for Malik Dean. Well done. Up and under, done beautifully by Banks.
It's a
No
great
one
move
even
by
cut
Banks.
him off. That's poor defense by Lee Academy. Back the other way, that's also poor defense. But that's a great find up ahead to Allen.
That's a great move by Banks. That's his game. That's getting to the basket and creating. That's a great shot.
Can tell that the pace has picked up a little bit. The outlet passes are coming a lot deeper, and that's allowing people to streak up the floor. And if you don't get back, you're going to get beat. Michael Brown checks into the game. Vilde will take a seat as number 15, Chris Fernard, checks in for Lee Academy. Well done. Michael Brown. Banks, nice pass inside to Rucker. Rucker lost the control on it. And a nice look inside. 2 points. Von Allen.
Yeah, when they get out and run, they get those horses out in front, and you're going to be in trouble with that.
Banks, what a quick player he is. And he's going to get fouled.
Great
Fouls
take.
on Luis Medina, I do believe.
See, when you don't over dribble, it's easier to get to the basket. A couple times in the first half, he over dribbled and lost the ball in the turnover. But when he just makes one move and goes, he's very unstoppable. He's a very strong kid. He knows how to create contact. He knows how to finish off the contact. So he's got to continue to do that.
Anytime you have a guard that gets into the paint at will, it just puts so much pressure on a defense to stop him. And you have a big man and that usually going to pick up a foul because he's out of position because he's so quick because the guard got beat. And it just puts your team under a stressful situation. Malik Dean, nice little floater inside, can't get the roll. Michael Brown clears a rebound for the Massanutten Minutemen. There's Rucker, good look, can't hit it. And Lee Academy may have just dodged a bullet there. Wide open look. No good for Malik Dean. Nice rebound inside. And Fernord puts it in.
And that's what Lee Academy is going to do to you. They're going to keep coming. They're going to keep bringing size off the bench, keep bringing speed off the bench, and it's just going to wear you out.
Lee Academy is probably one of the deepest teams in this tournament. Michael Brown short on the three.
They went back to the 2-3, which really bothered them in the first half. Let's see if they stick with that.
It seems like Massanutten is running into the same problem as the first half, trading baskets. Nice tap away by Burchell. Malik Dean looks to set up his offense. Nice dump inside. Beautiful spin move. And nearly an N1 for Malcolm Turner.
Yeah, that's a good take by him. Good pass in there to get the ball underneath, and good finish. Going to the line.
Good players always find themselves at the line.
Yeah, if you want to be a good scorer, you got to get to the line. If you get to the line about between 10 and 12 times a game, that's 10 to 12 easy baskets. You got to shoot 80% from the line. That's how all great scorers score. People think it's with threes or with dunks. No, it's good scorers score at the line.
In and out. Doesn't matter. There's a rebound there. Fairnord almost tipped it in. Banks. Rucker looks over for Michael Brown. Michael Brown takes a baseline, and that's going to be a turnover. $14 and a half left to go in this second half. 57-46, Lee Academy. Great game, good pace to it. Lee's been virtually in control most of this game as Harrison finds Fairnorn inside. He can't hit it. Second attempt's no good. Rebound's cleared away by Abel.
But that's a great take by Harris. They got to come up with a finish.
Rucker dribbles into traffic and loses
He
it.
tried to force it. That's great, D.
Helter Skelter here. Nice pass
great
inside.
pass.
And there's a timeout before that pass was made. He missed the layup anyways. Maybe that was better off for them. We'll just have a quick timeout here, 30 seconds. It seems like Massanutten has got a few stops when they needed them, but down the other end, they had a couple of costly turnovers with one, a pass on the baseline that they couldn't handle, and then this last one, Rucker got into the paint, and there were too many people there, too much traffic.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to pull that one out, make sure you get a good shot, or even a shot in general. There's nothing worse than going down and not getting a look at the basket.
No, absolutely. You're absolutely right. You don't need turnovers, especially when you're down by a 10 or 11. you gotta have good possessions. You gotta take care of the basketball.
Most of the time, when there's a bad turnover, that's going to lead to a layup, especially for a team that's as athletic as Lee Academy. Malcolm Turner to inbound. Finds Medina. McPhee inside. Nice pass inside to Medina.
Yeah, good cut. It was a good backdoor cut by Medina.
Turner to
Great
Medina.
find.
They work well together as well. Now Lee's in that zone. See if they can get a few jump shots out of it. Betchel has it knocked away. It's going to stay here as Keith Coleman will check into this game. He'll be replacing Fairnord. Some pretty good minutes for Fairnord off the bench. Nice effort there as Turner almost had that takeaway. Banks in no rush to get this one started. Nice look inside, too low. That pass was around Michael Brown's feet. Nothing he could do with that. Harrison, good look inside. Turner's going to take it all the way. Good
take by him.
Good body control. Looked like he was slightly out of control, gained his composure. Nice little kiss off the glass, nothing too fancy. Three, Betchel. And Banks just did a very important thing that not a lot of people, or players I should say, think about, and that's a simple ball fake. Anytime you ball fake or pump fake, the defense is going to move, especially in a zone. And that's how Betchel got that wide open shot. As Coleman finds two. He finds Medina inside. Medina misses the first and second. Third attempt is no good by number 4, Wadado. But Banks is going to turn this one over on the other end. Turner has that rejected. He was looking for a lob pass for Coleman.
Yeah, he's got to can't throw an underhand lob pass. Got to get that pass up in the air, and it's got to be quick. You know, Coleman being 6'9", And as athletic as he is, he's going to catch it, you know. So you got to get that pass up and out of there.
Coleman gets it inside. Beautiful move. Nice little shimmy shake there. Turned and finished that one nicely. I'm really impressed with how he's playing today. I'd like to see them get him more looks if Vilde isn't going to get the looks in the post. He's
Right,
sitting on the bench right
they
now.
got to go somewhere. Good post up.
That miss is short by Abel. Good look, though. He had a smaller defender on him. Harrison looking to be a little aggressive. Harrison looking for that ball screen. Gets it from Coleman. Turns that corner. Nice look
Great
inside.
pass.
He can't finish. It looks like Coleman was off balance. That putback for number 4, McPhee, is good. Michael Brown. Rutgers wide open. 3. He is unconscious right now. Besides that one miss he missed earlier, he's ripping that net apart.
Yeah, he can shoot it. There's no doubt about it. He can absolutely fill it up.
Another nice move inside from Coleman.
That's
Just
a
can't
great
finish.
move.
Coach will live with that one. Just didn't get the roll. As Betchel finds a wide open 8-footer, buries it.
Betchel shooting it well, though. I mean, they still got a chance. They just need a couple stops. They need to go on a nice little 6-0 run.
Nearly taken away by Betchel. As McPhee misses the easy deuce. Betchel's going to break it out. He's one-on-one with Harrison. And that basketball was interfered with on the rim. I believe Turner slapped it off the back iron. The ball was already up.
Valverde's come back in the game. And Allen.
We have Cullen and Vilde. Cullen's going to be replaced by number 23, Vaughn Allen. Wadado controls for Lee Academy. Inside look. The skip pass to Harrison. That ball is poked away. It's going to stay right here. 65-56. 10 and a quarter left to go in the second half. Waddajo to inbound. Harrison's covered well. It's going to come into Vilde. Nice look inside. A lot of contact, no call. It's going to be the other way. Vaughn Allen thought he got fouled. Hansen, another good player from Lee's, checked into the game. He got it going a little bit in the first half.
Yeah, he did too. I want to see how Massanutten's going to come out and attack this possession right here. If they could score here, they could bring it into 7 points. They've been fighting to get it back, This is the possession. You can get it back right here.
Rucker controls to Betchel. Back to Rucker. Rucker's going to get a screen and going to pull up from 18. Just misses. And Malcolm Turner can't control that loose ball. It will remain right here. Let's see if they try to run something for Rucker out of bounds. He's the most dangerous man on the floor. They will. They had nothing doing there. Bad angle to make that pass. There's a nice steal by Henson. Waddajo into Turner. Nice look back to Waddajo for 2. Great teamwork there.
That's a great pass. He could have been selfish and tried to take that shot, but he wasn't. He made the extra pass, which made it an easy layup. And another wasted possession. Bring it back up to 11.
Nice pass inside. Very deceptive there for Betchel. Nice look inside to Jones.
Well, his shot set it up because it made the other man come up and step up because he's been knocking that shot down. That's why his man got the open shot.
Hansen continues to light it up.
And that seems to be his spot to get going right there. It's right in the middle of the floor, right at the foul line.
Jones looking to make a move. Looks like Turner got a piece of that one. Turner's going to look to Harrison, 19-footer. Good.
And Harrison looks to be a different player today.
Absolutely.
It's because he was aggressive, and now he's into the flow of the game.
Rucker misses a long
That's just
three.
a bad shot.
Absolutely. Harrison, nice look inside. Turner got fouled. It's going to be on number 4, Michael Brown.
That's just a bad shot. They didn't set up anything on the offense. He just came up and pulled up for 3. It's just not a good shot. It's not in the flow of the offense. It's not in the flow of the game. If he makes it, great. If it doesn't, it's a bad shot, and they come down and get a fast break.
Essentially, you have 35 seconds to get a great shot. Technically, if you want to be technical, it's 34. But that's 34 seconds that he can get himself open. They didn't use it there. Turner heads to first as Cullen and Luis Medina replace Wadajo and Vilde. Makes them both, stretches the lead to 15. 73-58, just over 8 left to go in the second half. Massanutten turns it over. This is going to be an easy pass and a nice lead there. Maybe an
Too
extra
much.
pass. Too many passes. That should have been a dunk for Turner there. And that's going to be nearly turned over. Somehow Massanutten
Starting to get sloppy out there.
I thought initially that was a nice leave, an extra pass, but it did give the defense a chance to catch up. Should have just been a dunk.
No, absolutely. I mean, they made the extra pass. He'd already made one extra pass to get the shot. He should have just taken the shot, especially being the bigger player. And you're giving it back to your point guard. I mean, your point guard, that's a tough shot for him. That's not his fault. The big guy's got to finish that.
And really, if I believe they had, it was either a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1. And ideally, according to basketball textbook, you should only have to make one pass per defender. So one pass that led, I believe it was Turner to the basket there, should have been the finish. 2 passes allowed an extra defender to get back.
Right.
Now, if it was a 3-on-2, then 2 passes is fine. But they created that 3-on-2 by the extra pass that they didn't need.
Yeah, but they work so hard on defense to get that, to give it away. That's the problem. You know, as hard as you work on defense, you want to finish the play off.
Fortunately for Lee Academy, they hold a sizable 15-point lead. So,
Oh, yeah, if this was a close game, oh, yeah, absolutely.
This could be a lot different. Having said that, I'm not going to call this one over yet because the way that Rucker and the guards on this team from Massanutten Military Academy, they're definitely fully capable of making a run. Michael Brown, Betchel, looks to the corner for Jones. Jones skips to Michael Brown, blocked. Cullen will rebound. Harrison. Medina gets hammered by Banks.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go to the summit and get that block, but a little bit too much of the body.
That's a tall drink of water for him.
Yeah.
But having said that, he's going to make him earn from the line. And that would have been an easy basket. Essentially, the theory is even if he misses one, then it's a good play. But as Lee Academy's lead continues to build, it's going to become more difficult for them to climb out of that hole. And there is a miss. Jones rebounded. Banks, nice ball fake. Michael Brown inside to Abel. Nice skip pass, good ball movement. Good defense as well. Michael Brown is going to take it inside. Nice finish.
Yeah, he created the contact so the shot blocker couldn't get to the ball, and it was a great finish because if he didn't create that contact, he probably could have got to the ball and blocked the shot.
That was good defense by Lee for about 10, 15 seconds, as that's an air ball for number 22, Malcolm Turner. It was good defense for the whole possession, but Massanutten showed that patience that perhaps they need to be showing this whole game, and they got an easy basket because of it. Banks skips to Betchel. Betchel's inside to Abel. Abel's trapped. Michael Brown's open in the corner. Banks pulls up instead. The tip attempt doesn't go. And Henson finishes easily down the other end.
Yeah, that's a good take by him right there. Got out in front of the people and made the finish.
Nearly taken away by Henson. Banks looks inside to Michael Brown. Brown can't finish. Rebound cleared away by Cullen. Luis Medina in the open floor. He's going to make a nice pass over to Harrison. Harrison's going to pull up for 10. Can't hit it. Rebounded Banks. Nice hustle. Got to commend that type of hustle from Luis Medina, as Malcolm Turner definitely appreciates that hustle, as well as his coach.
It looks like Massanutten has just run out of gas. They only got 6 guys. Yeah, it just seems like they're running out of gas at this point.
If Massanutten could get a good possession here, I think about calling a timeout right after and organizing maybe a full court press. And there's a steal. This could all about wrap this game up. 16-point lead, 76-60. Lee Academy zone's really bothering them at this point. They just don't show enough patience. Betchel has it. There's another steal. Henson's just gonna have an easy finish at the other end. That's his second or third layup this half. You just can't allow that.
Well, I mean, they turned the defense up. Once they turned the defense up, it was over. You know, they went back to that 2-3 zone. And since they put that 2-3 zone back on, it just seems like Massanutten just can't do anything with that 2-3 zone. They just don't know how to do. They don't know how to get into their offense. They're not getting good shots off of it. Chancey Rucker can't get to the basket, and he's taking bad shots. It really just went on that the coach made the adjustment at halftime. We made the adjustment in the first half. He saw that it was working that well and went back to it. He went back to it, and since then they've been shutting him down because they're too strong and physical to get inside, and their guards got quick hands and been getting steals and been getting easy layups on the other end.
Absolutely. One thing I do like about Lee Academy's zone is it's an aggressive zone, and they're looking to trap, and they're looking to take that ball away from you. Some zones traditionally are a little bit more passive, but this is a very aggressive, almost a matchup. I wouldn't call it a matchup, but the way they look to trap, it's just a very aggressive
No,
zone.
it's a 2-3 zone with matchup
Principles.
with matchup principles where the ball goes to a wing and you bump it off. You bump it off and you match up with the person on top. You really want the people up top. It's the same way Syracuse runs their 2-3 zone. You want everything above the foul line or below the foul line or something like that. You're bumping off anyway, so you can read and react to get those top guys moving more often.
Absolutely.
And it's tough if you don't get the ball in the middle. You got to get the ball in the middle of the zone. Yeah, if you don't, you're going to get killed.
Yeah, I'd really like to see them get a look for
They're
somebody
coming
at
out-
that high post.
They're coming out with a trap and zone press.
Absolutely. That's a foul. That was a tough call, but it's a foul. I'd really like to see the Military Academy get the ball at the high post and look for that short corner, because then from there it opens everything else up. As Rucker nearly has it turn off his fingertips, Abel puts it in, cuts the lead to 18.
That's their first basket in a long time.
18 points stands between them and a win. Looks like Lee Academy's running a little weave. Nice little finish in there by Coleman.
Great pass, though. But it's a great pass. He put the ball right up near the basket, and the big fella went and got it.
It's almost like that Harlem Globetrotter thing. Lull him to sleep. And that's what they did. Rucker, nice look inside. That was that short corner. But where's their man at the middle? Betchel. Three.
And he can knock that shot down all night.
I don't know if they're just taking away that high post, but they're not even looking to flash anyone there. Here we're going to see the weave again. Instead, it's going to be pull up. 18-footer for number 23, Vaughn Allen. Puts this lead at 19. Nice look for Betchel. Three, back-to-back threes for Betchel.
He's just on fire right now.
Trims this lead down to 16. Still a ball game, but Massanutten's definitely going to have to get a couple of stops in a row here. As Waddajo misses, Coleman in there to clean up. Easy two.
See, he's too big for Rucker to box out.
Nice little garbage bucket there for Coleman. And I never really understood, as Rucker takes that one in, no one stepped in front of him. I never really understood why they call those garbage points. You work really hard for the offensive rebound, and then you put it back. I think a garbage basket is when a ball is tipped and it ends up in someone's hands.
Well, no,
something lucky.
It's a garbage bucket because somebody else made the great move to get the ball there, ended up missing the shot, and you just stand under the hoop getting the ball right, drop right into your lap.
Okay, but what if someone really battles for that offensive rebound? Really puts a nice box out on someone?
But that's not a garbage bucket. That's a good basket.
Okay. I'm glad that we cleared this up.
It's all about how you're looking at it.
I know one thing's clear.
All the ones you got weren't garbage buckets, right?
Exactly.
You worked hard for those.
Exactly.
I see. Because you were real,
Nobody did nothing for me.
No, right. You got to, got to make that.
Garbage buckets are essential to the game.
Yeah. Or you got to have them to win. If you don't have them, you ain't going to win.
It's hustle plays.
No. Absolutely.
Subject to garbage. There's definitely no garbage being played out here.
No, definitely
Some
not.
serious basketball.
Definitely not.
Still, Massanutten's going to have to get a stop right now, and then it's going to be a fouling game sooner or later, as they're just running out of time here. And Lee Academy appears to be in clock kill mode. There's a not wide open look. McPhee can't hit it. Medina tried to tip. It's going to stay here. 2:13 left to go. 26-70, Lee Academy. Nice block inside as Fairnord couldn't get it up and over Jones. Banks is going to make a nice spin move. Michael Brown gets doubled. Nice pass inside. Jones finishes.
That's a good look. It's good look by Banks right there.
There's a nice pass. Nearly stolen away. Rucker knows he needs to make something happen now. Could still be too late. There's a foul. And it looks like McPhee got smacked in the mouth there. Nothing malicious there, just needs to stop the clock at this point. And Malik Dean to the rack, didn't need that one. Kind of an ill-advised shot there.
Yeah, they didn't need a quick shot right there. He tried to get it all the way to the basket, and you'll take that because that's his game, but you didn't need it.
Betchel
That would have been a big three.
can't continue that hot streak as Medina looks to push. Medina's going to take a 12-footer good. Nice patience. Again, they didn't need it, but no one stepped out on him.
Well, no, that's different. That was an open jump shot in a transition play. You know, Dean tried to get to the basket from the top of the key, and that's just two different plays.
As Jones gets rejected inside. Beautiful rejection by Adorn as Medina's going to drop this one off. Nice leave.
That's twice Medina's not taking the shot. He's got to take that shot. He's making an extra pass for no reason.
As we're under a minute in this one. All Lee Academy, 88-72. Waddajo tries to add to his night. In and out.
Yeah, it looks like this one's going to be done up by 16, about a minute left.
One for two on this trip for Waddajo. As Michael Brown scoops up the rolling basketball. Betchel out to Brown. Rucker has it. He's going to look to pull. Getting a little fancy here. Jones is going to pull that one. No good. Ball is cleared away by Lee Academy. Skip pass comes over to Medina. Waddajo is going to try to get to the rack. Nice lead for Medina. Under 30 seconds. Shot clock is off. Rucker's going to take it coast to coast.
Nice left hand.
Despite Massanutten's loss, they got a huge performance from Rucker. Couldn't get the stops when they needed them. And that zone really bothered them. Very aggressive.
Yeah, the zone.
Zone.
That 2-3 zone took them out of whatever they were trying to do.
And that's a great effort as Lee Academy wins this one 91-74. Great performance by Harrison to lead that team, and a nice performance by a host of others. For YNE TV Network, we'll see you next game.